Welcome to the Odra
Hey
Cooking and
guys,
Fine
I'm
Wines
back again
channel.
with
If you have been
another
looking for
exciting
information
video.
on making salmon
Today,
croquettes
I'll
or
be
salmon
preparing
patties better
salmon
or in a better way,
croquettes,
these are our top
also
5
known
recipes.
as salmon patties.
Video number 1 is
This
from
salmon was
the Fireside
prepared with
Creator
collard greens
YouTube
and
channel.
turkey tails. This is another cheap, easy, and delicious recipe. Let's begin. My ingredients are 1 can of salmon, 2.5 tablespoons of cornmeal and all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon Essence seafood seasoning, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of accent. Half of a yellow onion because it will have a sweeter flavor in your salmon patties. Chives, and 1 egg. Place salmon in a large bowl and remove the spine bones. Most people consume the salmon bones because they are soft and easily digestible. Remove the skin as well and pour off the juice. Then transfer the salmon into a smaller bowl. Break apart the salmon into smaller pieces, then add in 1 egg and mix well. The egg helps to bind the patties together to keep them from falling apart. Pour in the garlic powder and accent. Continue mixing, then add in the cornmeal and all-purpose flour mixture and continue combining these ingredients. The cornmeal and flour mixture also helps to bind your croquettes along with the eggs, and also people like to use breadcrumbs. In a large skillet, pour in vegetable oil to cover the bottom of your pan. Over a medium-high heat, add in your vegetables. You're going to place yellow onions and chives in your pan. You're going to saute them for about 5 minutes. Remove and drain off the oil from your vegetables. In 2 separate containers, divide your ingredients in half. In 1 container, you're going to add your sauteed vegetables, onions, and chives, along with your seasonings. In the other container, you're going to start forming your salmon patties. At this point, if you feel like your salmon patties are not thick enough, you can add in some breadcrumbs or a different variety of sauteed vegetables. You want to spend time forming your patties because when you start frying them, there's no turning back. If your patties fall apart during the frying process, then it's all your fault because I showed you how to make these salmon croquettes. I've already formed all my salmon patties and set them aside. In this plate, I'm going to add all-purpose flour, accent, garlic powder, and cornmeal. Before you start frying, you're going to add this mixture on the outside of each salmon croquette. The first set of salmon croquettes that I'm frying do not have the sauteed vegetables. In the same pan where I sauteed my onions and chives, you're going to go ahead and fry these patties. You're going to fry them for about 4 to 5 minutes on both sides or until golden brown. Normally when you prepare fish, it leaves behind a strong fishy odor. To prevent this, boil some lemons while preparing your meal and wipe down your work area with lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. Salmon croquettes can be eaten with any meal of the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even snacks in between meals. Croquettes can be served with salads, grits and eggs, or my favorite, collard greens. This is a quick and inexpensive meal that smells delicious. Thank you for watching my full video. If you like this recipe, please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and share my channel with everybody in your contacts. Bye.
Video number 2 is from
Hey guys, this is Jackie. How's
YouTube
everybody?
Channel.
It's Saturday and I'm making croquettes, which is a favorite. I'm going to go ahead and chop up my celery, which is perfect for salmon croquettes. And now I'm going to go ahead and chop up my onion. I'm not putting in too much onion because everybody does not like onion. And then if children are eating salmon croquettes, children do not like onion, so I just put in a little bit of onion. I have this lemon right here that I had in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and what that does is it makes the lemon very juicy. I'm barely squeezing this lemon, and look how much juice is coming out of that lemon. So much juice. I doubt if I'll use all that juice because that acid will cook the eggs that I'm putting in my croquettes. So I'm just going to use half of that lemon later on. And I'm using salmon. You can use any salmon of your choice. I'm using 2 cans. And I just pour that in the bowl. I took out all the bones, all the gristle, and all the unnecessary skin that we're not going to use for our salmon croquettes. Now this does look like tuna, but it is salmon. I'm going to use my black peppers, seasoned salt, real mayonnaise, onions, celery. I got eggs right here, and I'm just going to add all those ingredients into the bowl. I love celery in croquettes. I mean, it's just a perfect mixture. So I'm just going to mix up all those ingredients very quickly, and I'm going to add half a cup of real mayonnaise. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up, stir it very thoroughly. Okay. Now you can use any type of salmon that you prefer. I'm just going to add in that egg mixture. And I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up. That egg is going to hold everything together. And on top of that egg, in addition, I just added a little bit of flour. Not even... maybe 2 teaspoons of flour, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up. And I'm just going to use about a cup of cornmeal. I season it with the same seasonings, and I'm just going to put that into the hot oil, and I'm going to fry that about 3 minutes on each side till it's golden brown, because the salmon is already done. We're just putting a cornmeal coating on the salmon croquettes, which is going to give them that delicious flavor like fried fish. Okay, so you're just going to brown those on both sides. I can hardly wait to eat them. Today is Saturday and this is a croquette day for me. I like to cook salmon croquettes. I just take my time, and they're sizzling in the pan, they're smelling up the house. And in the meantime, I'm also making I don't know what I'm going to have with these. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to make, but it's going to be delicious whatever it is. Now I want you to leave in the comment section what you guys have with your croquettes. And here they are. Don't they look good, you guys? Ow! And I just fixed some grits, cornbread, some spinach, which is my favorite. I have butter and sugar on my grits. Woo! I can hardly wait. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut into that salmon croquette because oh God, put that whole big old piece in my mouth. Ooh, it's still hot too. It's hot. And it is good, y'all. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and quit playing and go ahead and finish this plate. Okay? I'm gonna quit playing. Thank y'all for watching. I love you guys. Till the next video. Bye.
Video number 3 is from the HOODALICIOUS Cooking YouTube channel. Video number 4 is from the Fudhub RN YouTube channel.
What's good, everybody? Hey, welcome back to another Saturday video drop, Breakfast with AB. Now, you guys read the title. You know what I'm making. I'm making salmon croquettes. Some of you guys out there, the ones that, especially the ones that are calling me, Uncle AB, you guys might know him as, Salmon Patties. Somewhere between, this new era and old school, the name done changed. It went from croquettes to patties. But anyway, listen, I got to tell you guys, there is no mystery to take out of this right here. These are super easy to make. You can make them out of canned salmon, or you can go fresh. In this video, we going fresh, you guys. I'm gonna show you just how easy it is to do. And with that being said, we finna break right into this video. Okay, now we're gonna go over the ingredients. You got JL number 2, that's a ½ teaspoon, and you got cayenne pepper. We're just gonna put a pinch in there. You got kosher salt. Okay, now listen, if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're watching my videos, you'll notice that every time I pick up an ingredient, the ingredient name along with the quantity comes up on the screen. Also, if you look down in the description box below the video, there's a detailed ingredient list in there so you guys can copy and paste. Now, moving right along. Okay, you got breadcrumbs. Look, a 1/4 cup. Listen, there's 3 types of breadcrumbs I brought out. Look, I use Parmesan for these tonight, but you can use, check this out, you can use Italian style, or you can use that garlic herb. I just wanted to show you guys, you know what, you can do some things on your own. You don't have to follow this all the way down to a T. You make your own recipe from it, and then you go from there. All right, now right there we got the extra virgin olive oil, and then of course we got to have the star. That's the fresh salmon. That's actually a little bit more salmon than I needed. That was somewhere close to like 1 pound and 3/4. So you know what, that was a lot. All you need is like 1 pound, 1.25 pounds, something like that, and it'll be just fine. Okay, now listen, key thing, they already skinned it for me at the seafood counter, so I didn't have to do that. Now you just want to cut them. What I'm doing is getting some chunks, because listen, I'm gonna get my meat cleaver and then we're gonna go to town on it. So right now I'm just trying to keep the chunks about the same. So each one of those pieces right there is about 3/4 inch. So look, I just cut them. Once I got them all together, then I'm gonna get my meat cleaver and I'm gonna show you what we do. Now, it'll make sense to you because most people make this out of using canned salmon, which is fine. But you just want to get to pieces. I like mine a little bit more chunkier, like how we do lump crab when we make crab cakes. So there you can see right there. Look, this is the fun part. Just get your meat cleave on. Just go ahead, chop it up. Make sure it's chopped all the way through. And if you see some parts, because I can see some pieces that had a little skin on it, I just went ahead and just cut the skin off and discarded it. Now, you want to get yourself a bowl, put your ingredients in the bowl, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the rest of it together, but I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator and let it chill, because I like it, the firmer it is, the easier it is to work with. Now this is what it looks like, and again, I just set it in the refrigerator while we go ahead and get our veggies together. Now you want to go ahead and get your extra virgin olive oil. Go ahead and put like maybe 2 tablespoons in there. Really more, that looked like more like 2 teaspoons. Okay, so look, you did that. Now we want to go ahead and put, listen, I kind of like mince these, a little small. You know what I mean? These, I use the word minced instead of like, diced, because you just want them to be small, because these are going to be small, salmon croquettes. So you just go ahead and put your veggies in there. That would be your celery, onions, and your red bell pepper. And you just want to work them back and forth. You don't want to keep working them back and forth. But listen, the more you move them, the longer it takes for them to, cook down. So once you got them in there, they all got a little bit of that extra virgin olive oil on there. Just go ahead and notice the color. Listen, that red bell pepper starts to bleed onto that onto the celery and the onion. So listen, once they start getting that color right there, you don't want them too soft. Then you want to go ahead. I'm gonna say you want to do that for about 5 minutes. Now you want to just go ahead and just add that. Put that on top of your salmon. Now it's time to use the rest of your ingredients. Now, hey, listen, that's that JL number 2, you guys. And and that cayenne pepper. Then come back with, there is no order. Let me just say it like that. Hey, grab what you want to grab, put it all in there and mix it up. You just want to make sure you take care when you're mixing it up. You don't want to beat your salmon up, and smash it. Okay, so now, last thing we got right there, check it out. That's that mayo. Look, this right here, this is key. I know some of you guys are going to probably ask, what can you use for, as a substitute for mayo? Let me think while before you guys ask that question, maybe I have an answer for you by the time that comes up. Okay, now once you got it in there, you just go ahead and, just mix it up. This right here is pretty much self-explanatory, real easy. And again, that was a lot of salmon for this recipe. I actually could have doubled this recipe for as much salmon as I had. And the reason I'm pushing it down right there is just to make sure. I wanted to see how it'd be once I cake it together and form my balls. That right there looks good to me. Now you want to go back in the refrigerator for at least an hour. And if you plan ahead, you can do this the night before, and it'll be like super chilled and easy on, to make those patties the next day. But anyway, we just did it for an hour. Now, what you just saw right there was I just added some breadcrumbs to a plate. Makes it easy, so once I form them and I put them on the plate, makes it so I can pick them up, so they don't stick to the table. Also, listen, if you want to put a little oil in your hand, like maybe a drop or two, and then rub it around, or treat it like it's a meatball or something like that. Or you can get a little water on your hand, whichever, or you can, whatever you can put on your hands to make it so that it doesn't stick, makes it just easier to form, these salmon balls. And once you got all your salmon patties on the plate, then what you want to do is you want to flip them over, and then once you got them flipped over, then I'm gonna add a little bit of those breadcrumbs onto the top of them. And now what you don't see is you want to get your pan nice and hot again on medium heat. You want to get that going, and then you want to add maybe a couple of tablespoons of that extra virgin olive oil, and then we're gonna go ahead and start frying. Real simple. Now, once we got that hot, now you want to go ahead and just start adding your croquettes to the pan. Now listen, it depends on how big your pan is. I'm gonna just say this right here. This right here is like a 9-inch pan. So listen, 3 at this size was just enough. You got to have enough room so that you can, get your spatula underneath it to help flip them. Now, once you cook them, you can look on the side and you can see they start cooking up. Almost like, hey, you know what? It's almost like watching a burger cook. You could just see it start to cook up. Once it gets almost to halfway, then go ahead and just flip it over. And so look, after I got them flipped over, we're gonna do the same thing until it cooks all the way, through. Now on medium heat, it should take about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, then your croquettes will be done. So what I'm doing right here, look, I know they done. I watched them cook. I watched it rise. So I'm going ahead and putting it on the plate. And you know what? All I can tell you guys is, I'm gonna just say this first, enjoy. But there you have it, salmon croquettes. So tell me what you guys think about that there. You know what? These right here are like super delicious. I done already knocked 2 off already. So let me know down in the comment section below. Are you guys gonna make this for breakfast? And if you are, what you gonna pair it with? You know what? I'm interested to hear about that. And then I want to know how many people even know anything about salmon croquettes. This is old school. And if I could have got that K-Rose syrup, for sure I would have had that. Hey, so listen, let me just go ahead and take the time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And with that being said, you guys, I'm out of here.
Video number 5 is from the Instant Shah YouTube channel. Thank you for watching our top 5 recipes. Hit that link button and that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video.